I'm Jordan Brown, I'm Head of Consultancy here at Pennington Choices.
Hi everyone, Stewart Kerr, Principal Consultant at Pennington Choices. Nice to be here.
So we're going to be talking about building safety in particular today, which is your area of expertise.
Yes, definitely. Building safety. I mean, we all know about the Grenfell tragedy and the fact that that's brought around a lot of changes, and it certainly highlighted a lot of things that were not necessarily correct within certain industries that were all around housing, particularly social housing, but more so also even in the private sectors. And it's a very, very tough task. It's a very grey area for a lot of organisations. There's aspects that are very new and not well understood as well. That means they're now under a lot of strain to actually meet the requirements. But one of the biggest things that organisations have tried to get their head around and not necessarily done as well as others is structural safety. So fire safety, very easy. Fire risk assessment, get your actions, do the work you need to do. That's the very basic stuff. Whereas structural safety, it was very much a new thing for the industry to try and understand what does this mean. And one organisation's response was, well, the building stood up. It's still stood up. What more do we need to have a look at? And it was going beyond that to help them understand, well, the regulator needs to have that assurance
piece, yeah.
And that's the big piece, because the regulator, and I say this to all clients, the regulator has never met you. They don't know your buildings and they do not know how you operate. So when you do the Building Safety Case Report, which is the key piece of documentation that they review to give your building assessment certificate for your building, they want that assurance to come out of that document without them having to have lots of questions, lots of requests for information, which is what a lot of organisations have had, and structure's been a big part of that. Lots and lots of requests for further information around structure. What is your structure in the first place? Does it have any historical or known issues that you need to be aware of? How are you managing it on a day-to-day basis? So are you doing, because everybody does, you'll have people walking the building all the time. Is it documented as that evidence? Because you telling me, we look at the building all the time and we check that if anything's fallen off and so forth, doesn't mean that you are convincing me of assurance, because you've got no evidence to back it up. That'll be me taking your word on it, and the regulator will not do that.
So moving from a reassurance to an assurance piece.
Exactly that.